everybody. How are you guys doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well. We are about to start in a few minutes. Let's get a few people on with us. Today we are talking about what wedding planners do. I know there's a lot of confusion out there about what all we do, all the details, all the information. So we're going to clear up a few things today. All right? Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so today we are talking about what does a wedding planner do? And if you don't know much about me, I'm Cossie Crosswise. I have been a wedding planner for over 25 years or more. And we've done all types of weddings, in-state, out-of-state, internationally. And we've had a good time. Things have changed over the years. When I first started doing weddings, there wasn't Pinterest or, not a lot of internet interaction, not a lot of people going online to find information. So things have changed drastically since I started until now. And so whereas people didn't have as much accessible information as they did back then, they had less information. So now that you can get pretty much all the information you need online. And so, a lot of people are doing weddings themselves, but you still really do need a wedding planner. What all we do? When you first get a wedding planner, you should get one right at the beginning of your engagement. I know a lot of times people ask, so when should I hire a wedding planner? Right at the beginning. As soon as you get engaged, you should start interviewing wedding planners. Before, you don't even have to have a date, have a time frame, or maybe select a month of the year that you want to get married in, and then go from that. Your wedding planner actually helps you find your venues and helps you to book all of your details. They are the ultimate micromanagers of your entire wedding. So the wedding planner does everything for you, helps you find everything for your wedding. There's so many of these websites and Facebook pages and Facebook groups for people to go on there and do you have recommendations for a DJ? Do you have recommendations for a caterer? Do you have recommendations for a venue under $5,000, or a venue that has this or this type of venue? Or do you know this type of photographer that kind of shoots like this? Do you know this photographer that's in this budget frame? Well, if you have a wedding planner, your wedding planner would be giving you all of that information. So when you book your wedding planner, when you hire your wedding planner is going to ask you a few details. First, they're going to ask you when exactly do you want to have your wedding? What place do you want to have it? Where do you want to have it locally? Do you want to have a destination wedding? Do you want to have it at the beach? Do you want to have it at a barn? Do you want to have it in a ballroom? Do you want to have it at a castle? Do you want to have it on a mountain? I mean, wherever you want to have it. So we asked you, where do you want to have your wedding? And then we asked you the ultimate question that nobody seems to want to answer is, what is your budget? People always think that we asked you what your budget is because we base our price off of your budget. Personally, our prices are set accordingly. You can see our prices any day, anytime, all day, all night, online. And our prices don't change. You pick the package that you want to pay for with us. So our prices don't change according to your budget. We need to know your budget so we know what photographers to refer you to, what venues to refer you to. We're not going to refer you anything that's outside of your budget. So you may pick a $5,000 venue, but your budget may be $10,000. So that's half of your budget. So can you afford a $5,000 venue if your whole wedding budget is $10,000? No, you cannot. because that takes up way too much of your budget. So we have to take all of those things into consideration when we refer you places. So when your wedding planner refers you places, when you don't see your favorite venue or your favorite photographer or your favorite caterer on your wedding planner's referred list to you, it's because possibly it doesn't fit in your budget, or it doesn't fit in the wedding style that you've explained to them that is what you want. So it's not because we don't like them, or because we don't think you want to have that place there, or because we don't like the place. It's because it doesn't fit the qualifications for your particular wedding. And that's what your wedding planner does. Instead of you sorting through thousands of photographers and going to see every venue in town, trying to get, wasting time, wasting energy, trying to ask people questions, when you ask your planner and you answer their series of questions that they give you from the very beginning of planning your wedding, before they even refer you anybody, it keeps you from having to sort through so many things. So most planners give you 5 items to choose from. They give you 5 venues to choose from, 5 photographers, 5 cakes, 5 everything. It's nice. It's a nice round number. You can look at their pages, look at their group pages, look at their Instagram page, look at their website, and then actually go meet with the ones that you like. We always try to get people to meet with like 2 or 3 to see, kind of compare and contrast whether or not the personalities match, if it's like a photographer or something like that you're going to be with all day, or whether or not you actually really like their style, or, do some food tastings, pay for the food tasting before you book them, and taste the food to see if you actually like it. I know it looks good on Instagram or on their Facebook page, so you want to taste it if you didn't get to taste it at like a bridal show or somebody else's wedding. So we do this. So your wedding planner really helps weed people out that you don't necessarily need to meet with. Not that you don't want to meet with them. I know that your heart may be set on a particular place, but if you do choose something that's outside of the budget or outside of the plan that the wedding planner gives you, just know that somewhere down the line you're going to have to cut something in order for you to stick into that budget that you told them that you wanted to stick to. Because really, we get all the bad rap for making people go over their budget, but our plan is to help you stay within your budget. But if you start choosing things outside of your budget and you are just adamant about having certain things at your wedding that's outside of your budget, then you are putting yourself outside of your budget. And we don't want to make you upset or make your wedding planning experience bad. We're just trying to help you stay within the frame that you told us that you wanted to stay within. And so we are trying to help you stay on budget. We're trying to help you have the best wedding for the budget that you said that you wanted it to be. And we're trying to get you the best vendors that you could possibly afford for your particular style wedding, and get you everything that you want, so you can have this most fabulous dream wedding, that you want, and enjoy it, and be able to enjoy it with your friends, and enjoy your pictures, and enjoy everything. So, wedding planners refer you vendors. They refer you your venue, your location. We also manage your contracts. We don't sign your contracts. Some do, but most wedding planners do not sign contracts, not because we don't want to put it in a lump sum where you can just sign ours and then everything's roped in. It's because insurance, when you are a professional licensed insured company, the insurance for wedding planners who book everything through them and then outsource it and just put everything under their one contract, the insurance is astronomical, and a lot of places won't even cover planners who do that. So we let the liability stay on each particular vendor. So we refer you the vendor. We set up the meeting with your vendor according to the time frame that you said that you are available. And then, or we send you the vendor's information and you call and set up the meeting yourself, and then we manage the contracts after you sign them. So we talk to the vendor before you meet them. We tell them what your expectations are, how much you can afford, how much time we know that you're going to need them for, or what you're going to need them for, or what food are you considering having. And then they are already pre-prepped before you even show up to the meeting. Sometimes, depending on the level of wedding planning package you pick, your wedding planner attends all of your vendor meetings with you, and sometimes you and your fiance or mother or best friend, you by yourself, go to these meetings by yourself and meet with them. But you're not really alone because your planner has already prepped all of your vendors for you in advance, so they know what to expect and they know what you're about, and they have all of your information before they even meet with you. So the meeting goes very smooth and easy, and it keeps you from overbooking that particular vendor for something that you don't necessarily need. Now, you may get there and decide, maybe I do want this, that, and the other, and then you add it on. That's fine. It's your wedding. Do what you want. That's fabulous. But just know, like I said before, if you go over the amount that we have allotted for that particular item, somewhere along the line, if you want to stay within your budget, you're going to have to cut something, lessen something from another area so you can stick within that particular budget that you want to stay within. So after you book your vendor, we also... after you have any changes, or if the vendor have any questions, they talk to the wedding planner. So basically, after you book them, you don't really have to deal with them anymore unless you want to. So everything kind of goes through the wedding planner. They help change things, they help adjust things, they do your timeline when it comes to the day of. They make sure everybody arrives when they need to arrive, that they have the necessities that particular vendor needs: tables, chairs, linens, an area to put their stuff, a vendor meal, what have you. The wedding planner makes sure all of those details are taken care of so that you don't have to. So basically, you are picking out, the engaged couple is picking out all the things that they want, and the wedding planner is doing all of the details, all of the behind the scenes stuff, all the timelines, all the little, contract adjustments, all these unnecessary time-consuming things that many couples complain about doing about their wedding. So you don't have to do any of that. So you just get to have all the fun part, which is exciting, right? And you don't have to spend all this time Googling things, looking up things, searching for things, and then, ultimately like, man, that's expensive, or that's not exactly what I wanted, that's not the style I really wanted. They really can't do exactly what I wanted. Does anybody in this town do what I want? And, that's why your wedding planner is out networking with people in associations with other vendors. They go to different other non-wedding association meetings. We go to a lot of networking events for just business owners to meet people who do things, so we can be available and have that information for all of our clients. Our clients not only need wedding stuff, a lot of our clients are buying houses when they're planning their wedding, so they need real estate agents, they need insurance agents, they need, some other things. And if we know these people and we know they do a great job, we will refer them to our clients. So we're just all encompassing the whole time we are with you, whether it be 6 months you're planning your wedding, a year you're planning your wedding, 2 years. I have somebody who's been planning their wedding for 3 years, so because of COVID, of course. And so, it doesn't really matter how long you have your wedding planner for. They are there to help and assist you plan and get all the details together for your wedding and put all that together. We do give our clients a planning binder with all of their details from the first part of their planning to the very end of their planning. And but a lot of them don't even use it because we do all that for them. We kind of give it to them so they know, okay, this month we're going to accomplish this goal, this month we're going to accomplish this goal, this month we're going to accomplish this goal, and these are the to-do items you need to have done this month, so you don't get behind in schedule, so you don't be trying to rush to do everything at the last minute, because nobody wants to be trying to do all these things the month of their wedding. I mean, really, you're supposed to be relaxing and having a good time and enjoying all of this and being excited about being engaged and everything. So you don't want to have like a million things to do like 2 weeks before your wedding. There are some things you still have to do, like adjust your RSVP list, give your guest count to the caterer if there's any more adjustments that need to be done, as far as like maybe you had 5 more people than you thought was going to attend the wedding, so we have to like add 5 more chairs, which means another extra table, which means extra linen. But you tell us, your wedding planner, and we make the necessary adjustments. So 5 people, 5 extra charges, 5 extra chairs, 5 extra if you have chair covers, another centerpiece because it's an extra table. So these are the things that we think about when you talk to us and we take care of and help you with. Also, we're here to talk with you when you're going through things, when you're having wedding questions, when you're having like your family is coming to you saying, well, maybe you need this or maybe you need that, or I think you should do this or I think you should do that. Well, a lot of our clients, which is really funny, is they don't want to deal with that because they're like, I'm not doing any of that. They like, you know what? I'm not really doing it, so you should go talk to my planner. Cossie got it, she's fine. If you have any questions, go ask her. She has all the details. And they just kind of throw it off on me, and I don't mind. And, I would say 99% of the time they don't even call me. They just let it go and keep on moving. But I do rarely have that call when people call and be like, hey, I am, XYZ's mother or cousin or uncle or aunt or mother-in-law, soon-to-be mother-in-law, or father-in-law, and I have these questions about their wedding. Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Are we doing this? How about this? And then I'll nicely explain to them what we're doing, how we're doing it, and all of that, and that usually answers their question for them. So we really keep all of these details together and micromanage it all, so you don't have to really stress. The biggest compliments I get from our clients is that all of my friends are like, wow, are you sure you're planning a wedding, because you don't really look like you're stressed out about anything. Are you sure you don't need anything? Do you have everything covered? And they're like, oh yeah, Cossie has it, it's taken care of. So we think that's wonderful when we know that our clients are so well taken care of, that they're not stressed, and their friends can literally see it in their actions and in their body language while they're planning their wedding, that they're not like so super hype about the whole planning process. They're actually having fun, enjoying the planning, enjoying the process. And that's part of our motto. We want you to enjoy the process and enjoy your wedding day. So we take all of the stress and all of that extra work away from you. And that's what any wedding planner that you're looking to hire does. Now, the biggest question we get asked, does all wedding planners decorate? No, not all wedding planners decorate. Wedding planners are not decorators, okay? Let me say that again. Wedding planners are not decorators. Wedding planners can decorate. Wedding planners can be decorators also. But a wedding planner is not a decorator. And an actual name for a decorator is an event designer. And some wedding planners are event designers also. And we do a little bit of event designing depending on the level of design that the people want, because some designs that I'm sure you have seen on our Instagram and Facebook page and Pinterest page is extreme and very, detailed, and we don't have time to micromanage your wedding that day and the days before and handle all of those little details when it's so huge. You have to have an entire team. For example, we had a wedding last year. It was an outdoor wedding, and it took 3 days to set up. 3 days. It took a day to set up the tent. It took a day to do the lighting. There was draping. There was florals. Lots and lots of florals. There was fresh flower walls. So those take days to do. And yes, you do have to pay for those extra days with your venue unless it's roped into your whole package. So just remember, when you want these big deal decor or designs, we actually help to organize all of that, because somebody has to organize all that, make sure things are open, make sure there's enough people to do the setup, make sure the event design team that you've hired is able to be able to get in there and get the job done correctly. So we work with the event design team, and actually we have event design teams that we personally work with, that we refer and design with. So we make the design, and they actually do the design, or we work with them on the design, and they produce it when it's so astronomical and it takes days to set up. So there's other costs that you have to consider when you're doing a huge extreme platinum wedding type design, that it's going to take more than the 4 hours or 1 day or morning of to do the decor. You may need to rent it for that Friday, or the day before, whatever day of the week the wedding is, the day before, or maybe 2 or 3 days before. So that's added cost. And usually if there's not a booked wedding, they have maybe a price adjustment for that because it's a setup scene. But most of the time, you do have to pay full price for that. So those are other things that you have to think about, that your wedding planner talks to you about when you are showing them your design and talking to them about your wedding. So there's a lot of little details that I've been talking about. But even if you don't have such a large, very detailed wedding, a wedding planner can help you, with all the referrals and all of the venue looks, and if there's a particular dress. I mean, people have shown me pictures of dresses. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a blah, 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 blah dress. And that's season this. Yes, I know the seasons of a lot of dresses. I don't sell wedding dresses. I love wedding dresses, but I can tell you, for the most part, who designed it and usually the year of that particular dress, and I can help you find it. I usually know which stores carry which dresses, and we can book an appointment and try on that particular dress. Or, if it's an extreme designer, we can find, and you don't want to pay, $20,000 for a dress, I can help you find dresses that are similar, that's half the price or a quarter of the price, or something on that line that's in the area or somewhere in town or somewhere we can travel. So we also, your wedding planner is very valuable to you, whether your budget is like $20,000 or $100,000, it all depends. And even if you don't have that much going on, wedding planners also offer DIY bride plans, where they give you a whole plan. We have this where we give you a whole plan and a binder, and it's everything that we do with our clients that book us full on and call us and things, but it's in a binder for you and detailed out and planned out by month for you, and we give it to you. So you pay for the package and we give it to you, and you have these plans, you have the referrals, you have the vendor referrals, you have all the ideas, you have like decor, DIY decor that you can try out, all these different things, everything you need for your wedding in this DIY package at a price point that's fit for weddings under $10,000. So you have the plan, you have the wedding planner, and then we give you like a slight discount on day of coordination, because everybody needs a day of coordinator. Nobody wants to be on their wedding in there trying to micromanage their wedding and trying to get themselves dressed and getting their makeup done and hair done and pictures taken and trying to do the schedule. So regardless of whether or not you hire on a full-out wedding planner, you still need a day of coordinator to help you on that day to micromanage it all, so you can really enjoy the time and be able to, take all these pictures and have the hair and makeup team do your stuff well, and be able to enjoy the family that came in to spend with you and your friends, and have all those special moments and do all these things without being stressed out on your day. So that's what a wedding planner does. Those are, some and most of all the things that we do. I mean, we do a lot more, but that's really the idea of what a wedding planner does. They help you to be able to get all the things you need and all the things you want, and you don't have to go and wreck your brain trying to find things, because your wedding planner should have all of this information at their access and be able to help you. And if you have a planner or you talk to planners and they are not a resource, and you still have to look things up, and you still have to do things yourself, and you still have to find all these things, and you still have to do all of this planning yourself, then that's not the right fit for you. You need to find one that's connected, that has the information, that can do the referrals, and that can really help you. Okay? All right, well, that's all I have for you today. So if you have any questions, feel free to send us a question in our inbox or put it down below in the comment section and leave that information for us. And if you would like to set up a consultation with us for your wedding, we plan weddings all over the United States and internationally, and we love to help you. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.